everybody? This is Her to You, and welcome to Wednesday's Random. So before we get into the things, I want you to, I know you see it. So yes, we got Her to You merch coming very soon. So be on the lookout for that. So all right, let's get into this. So Wednesday's Random is Black women. Are we to blame? So if you checked out my and before I start, this might be a long video. Instagram only gives you like 15 minutes. So if it's over 15, obviously, you're gonna have to go into the link in the bio, click it, and it'll take you to the YouTube page, and then you'll be able to see the full video. All right. Okay, so Black women, are we to blame? So if you haven't, my story, I had little clips, and one was like the Meek Mill album cover art, and then the Too Short, kind of apologizing, the statistics on Black women, basically being number one as far as being killed by the hands of men, and having the highest case of HIV. So I'm gonna break those into two parts. So on this part, we'll only just discuss the Meek Mill cover and Too Short. And as far as women as in regards to Black women in regards to music. And then we'll talk about the other things on the next Wednesday Random, because it's just a lot to discuss. A lot I need to just get up off my chest, I guess, about this stuff. So for me, I'll say this, for me as a Black woman, for me to answer that question, are we to blame for how we are presented in music? Yes, I do feel like we have blame. I feel like as Black women, we have, on one hand, we want to be protected, and we want, which we should, right? Any person should want to feel protected and feel safe, right? But then on the other hand, we give permissions for these other things to happen. So you can't have both. You can't ask to get punched in the face and then play the victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. I know it's deeper than that, and I know it's deeper than that. This conversation can go a lot of different ways, but where I'll keep it at is, like I said, I'll keep it to the music. So for me, and it's so funny because lately I've been watching these little parties in regards to like 90s music, right? And 90s music, 90s R&B is my thing. And it was just talking about how delusional songs had like been, and it's so true. It's super true. And this is the reason I feel like a lot of us have become desensitized to what really is happening in music. So for example, when I was growing up, it was a group, I don't know if it was a group or just a girl, but they were called Moke and Steph, or she was called Moke and Steph. I hated the song, and the song was he's mine, and I can't sing, so don't go there, but it's he's mine, you made a hat on once, but I got him all the time. So you see, I'm up here still like kind of rocking to it because it became popular, when I was growing up, but I hated the song. And I remember I kept asking, like, if she has him all the time, then how could he possibly be with someone one time? And it's like, you're giving him permission, like you're confronting the girl, like you're giving him permission to go out and be with this person one time, and and so and then I mean, this generation definitely has a couple of those songs, but The Weekend by SZA was pretty much the same thing. Like, okay, I got him this day, girl, you got him this day. Like, are you actually serious? Like, that's what we're wanting? Like, nah, no. So when I first seen Meek Mill's cover art, um, like I said, I felt like I was desensitized to it. I didn't like it. I was like, oh, this is wild. And to find out that a black woman created it, are we to blame? Are we not? So I just was like, okay, yeah, I guess that's what he likes, whatever. But I didn't really pay attention to his art until the white man was going off. Like, black women, is this what you want? Black women, is this what you want? And I know our thing is like, why we always got to be questioned when this is what they're doing? You know what I mean? This is what they're doing. But I feel like at some point, we do got to take a stand, right? We do have to be like, no, we don't appreciate that. We don't want, I mean, because when I'm really looking at it and breaking it down, like when he was saying, like, yeah, this is the P. This is it right there. This little pink thing is y'all's vajayjay. Like, you know exactly what this is. Your butt ball naked. And that's crazy to think how far we came, because you think about like back in slavery and how they used to just strip us down and have us paraded around, and that was insulting. Like, that was insulting. And then you come years later and we're plastered the same way on a bus. And no one, I mean, not no one, but this is approved. Like, this is approved. And it's in different states and in different places and stuff, but it's approved. And then what's so crazy, if you look at where it's approved at and being put at, like, shoot, that's us. That's us, and that's the market to us. So, like I said, in regards to that, yeah, it is disrespectful now that you know what I'm saying? But I've been desensitized because women have been, we had R&B, where R&B was kind of sweet and it was nice and it was gentle to us. So we thought, right? Because now a lot of those songs and stuff are being exposed for what they're really saying. Like, did he really just say that? Did she just really say that? And then at one point, R&B got like very aggressive, like really raunchy. Like, hold up, I don't need, I still want my R&B to be gentle and nice or whatever. Now, in the era of knowing your celebrities, which I don't like, I used to love the mystique of not knowing my celebrity, but now knowing your celebrity, a lot of these R&B people, they be mad trash. Like, and you see it. So one minute you hearing he's crooning about and then next minute you're seeing his real life and you're like, you ain't none of that. You're trash. You're actually trash. So can I really listen to this music in the same sense? Like, can I really take in this music and not think about your personal life? No, I can't. I can't do it. So that's why my R&B is raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to up and coming artists because I don't really need to know what's going on. I just want to hear some good music. I want to hear good R&B and keep it pushing. And I know that that's also contradicting, because it's like, no, if you're going to take a stand in something, then you need to take a stand in it all. That's why, like I said, this conversation can go 50 million ways. It can, right? But then let's get to rap music. Rap music has always, and I'm not talking about everything, but for real, like, let's be real honest. Rap music has always tore us down. Like, yeah, you have some songs uplifting us, but I bet you if we were to really do, and I'm probably sure it's out there, if we were to really do a census, a statistic on music and how on rap music and really what that was about, like how much of that, how much of that is tearing black women down, because that's what it is. You tearing black women down. Not only are you tearing black women down, then you're dividing us, right? With colorism, you letting us know that you want a red bone, light skin, long hair, but this, even to the point where you're saying, you, if it ain't plastic, if the body's not plastic, you don't want it. Are you serious? So it's so yeah. So at what point do we say, okay, enough is enough? Because I don't know if y'all haven't seen, but it's spilling out in real life. It really is spilling out in real life, because these kids are being, and just people, we've just been, bees and hums. Oh, for example, and I know y'all, some of y'all probably seen this on TikTok. Some of y'all probably seen this on TikTok. But there's this song, I forgot who it's by, but I happened to be listening to my Spotify, and it came through my my list or whatever. And so, and I'm not gonna say it, but it's like it came on, and I'm grooving to it because of the beat, right? I'm grooving to it because of the beat, but only because I was conscious of what I was gonna be talking about did I say, oh shoot, like, why am I dancing to this? So the song was called, and I'm gonna use B for y'all know and H for y'all know what that is. So it was like, B-U-R-A-H, B-U-R-A, and I'm singing, I'm singing the words, and then I'm like, oh my God, this song is wow. Like, like you call it, you say she's a B, you call her a H, then you ask her a question on why she slept with the bros. It's like, well, you just you literally answered your question, but at the same time, I'm like, here, and so that's the problem. We are the problem. I feel like we at this point, like, this definitely may fall at deaf ears, but this is truly detrimental to black women. Like, it really is. If we really think about it, it really is, because of the lack of respect when it comes to black women, and because we really do control the culture. We control what's going on, right? So if I go to another country and they're not familiar with black women, and we're talking about and they listen to our music, right? And you're telling them, like, they're B's, they're H's, I just sleep with them, throw them away. You know what I'm saying? I like them like this, I like them like that. That's gonna shape the perception of whoever's listening to this music. That is. And I know we talking about, you got to be strong enough, but come on. First of all, we just now are coming up with dealing with mental health, and we know that that's been a problem, right? A lot of people are not strong enough to decipher, like, this is just a song. A lot of people are not. So let's be honest. Two, subconsciously, what you feed yourself is what you feed, what you see, what you hear. That's gonna come out. That's gonna come out of you. Period. So if you are saying these things, then the first perception of somebody when they come to us is that we're this and we're that, and there's no respect. There's no respect. There's no respect when it comes to black women and other races, because of what, you know what I'm saying? Because what had been shown and what has been produced in mass production, right? So that's equivalent to me. That's equivalent to, like, when you're with a group of friends or someone, and you're speaking fondly of your family. You know what I mean? And when that friend comes and meets that family, they're gonna give them the same energy that you give them. So if if you talk about your mother with respect and or your your sisters, your cousins, your nieces, then that's how that person is gonna come into your home. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? How you doing, Miss Lady? How you doing, Mama? You know what I mean? You know. But if you're disrespectful, then that person gonna come in like, that's what you said she was, huh? Okay, I see how she acting. Like they're gonna come in prejudging, and that's what happens in our community because Black men, even Black women, period, in our music, we've put this out. We've definitely just put this out and said, you know what, this is what it is, and it has came out. It's spilling out into real life where Black women are disrespected at such a high rate. And yes, we are to blame because it also seems like this era we did take control over. Okay, if you say that I'm this, then boom, then I'm gonna be this, and you got to give me this and this and that. So we did, in a sense, I guess, take a little bit of ownership of saying, well, you know what, if you're gonna be like this, then I'm gonna be like this. I'm just gonna and I'm gonna make money off of it. This is gonna be a money play, you know. And I respect it. I respect it to a certain degree, but then I don't because it's just that too is getting flooded. It's just getting flooded and flooded and flooded. So where people who are really saying things, they're not being heard at all. You know what I'm saying? People who are really doing things are not being heard at all. So I just think it's time for us to just really just say, nah, enough is enough. First of all, females are people's number one base. They're the number one base. So think about it, because I know everyone is saying it. I know everyone is seeing how like gays or the LGBTQ community, how they're holding it down for themselves. They're speaking up for themselves. I don't care if people like it or not, but they are. And people think twice before they say something about it because they know what's up. And that needs to be the same. Like, we need to get out of this victim because one, sis, we're really not no victims. We done pulled ourselves out the mud 50 million times. You don't think we can do it again? You don't think we can do it again? If we don't have nobody in our corner, we got us. We got us. Why can't we band up as a real community and be like, nah, we not with that. We not supporting that. I know that's a long shot. I know that's easier than said. Cause if you just this, if you don't like, if you cause we got our own too. We got our own that's gonna come attack us first if we try to say something. So I don't know, guys. Tell me what y'all think in the comments, because I just feel like we do have, we're not truly victims. We're not truly victims. We know how to get it out the mud. We do. We just be so stuck on thinking that a man has to do it. No, sis. You don't. We don't. You don't. You can get this. You can really do this on your own, just like everybody else, until someone comes along that will respect you. You know what I mean? But like I said, this music has been since it was created. It was just disrespectful. It was super disrespectful. And then that brings me to Too Short. Like, I never liked Too Short ever. My people loved him, but I can't stand Too Short. I couldn't stand the way he even talked. I hated his cadence. So what's so crazy too though is if you look at the video where he's talking to Sweetie, it's like he's a little kid. It doesn't even seem like he's her peer at all, like he's a mentor at all. It like he catty, like the way he's like, I never fell in love with a black woman, all the way black woman. It's it's always been mixed race, like, so that got to be said, like. So is that what we talking about? Like, is that even important? Like I said, in regards to stuff like that, that's annoying. Even with the video where I did where it was this whole thing, where it's always been a thing, where black guys get on here and declare they allegiance to other races and are like, I would never date a black woman. And do you know why? And you want to give us a list of things. If you don't back up, you know what I'm saying? And in that regards, I see us, we do fight. We don't care, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care. But I'm like, at this point, we just need to not say anything. And on this part, I don't think we're responsible for at all. This part we're not responsible for. This to me feels like a direct attack on black women. Like the fact that they have to do this whole announcement, no one asks none of this. You guys come and just say this. And the crazy part is no other race does this. No one is coming out like, I just want to say I don't like Latina girls. I don't like white girls. I don't like mixed girls. No one is saying this. If you don't like black girls, fine. To me, somebody hurt you. You're hurt. You sound like a hurt dog. That's what you do. That's what you sound like. And these are the reasons why. Listen, sir, if you that bitter and that sad, then you need to stay away from black women because you can't handle us. Period. But you not gonna tell me that a black woman isn't the shit. I know there are some triflings, but there are triflings in everywhere. Like every race of women has its own problems. You're not gonna generalize us and tell us you won't date us because of this. And miss me with that angry black woman shit. Like that shit gotta go too. You know what I'm saying? That shit gotta go too. You want us to, you check us, check our history, boo. Google us. Please Google us and see what we've actually been through with y'all raggedy selves and for y'all to leave us. And then we got to raise these kids on our own. We got to start businesses. We got to make sure our kids are safe. We got to make sure we got to make sure our sons are great because you're not in their life because you choose to leave. And half you dudes, you can't even be around the kids if you not with the girl. How raggedy is that? So like I said, don't miss me with us being angry. Cause we have to still go and get it, and we do. One thing a black woman is she's persistent. So like I said, yes, I do feel like black women have allowed things to go on for entirely too long. We have. And we haven't really stood in our full potential. We haven't. Because we've taken the insults. We get beat up all the time. And yet we continue to dig ourselves out that mud. So then why can't we really have an actual plan? A really plan that we execute to kill this. To put some respect on our name, period. Put some respect on our name because we deserve it. But that's us to go and get. That's for us to go and get. Like at the end of the day, you gonna respect me. Would it? No, let me not even say. I was gonna choose the Kaya thing, but she'll flag something else. So period, I'm not doing that. But yeah, respect us. You know what I mean? In that music too, kill that. You know, it's cool talking about, it's fun talking about sex and partying or whatever, but yo, you ain't gotta dog us how y'all be dogging us. Like, let up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Talk about something else. There's so many things to talk about. And yet we in the front row, ladies. We're in the front row and we jamming. So other people are going to look at it like, well, y'all must like it. Think about how we look in a whole. Like, oh, y'all must like it because look, y'all be singing to it, bouncing to it more than anybody else. So Oh my Lord. So yeah, we gotta do better, sis, because in part two, that's the real life. So in part two, when we talk about the violence that is portrayed against us, or the diseases that we just are given, like, and how we don't protect ourselves, that is really what this is. This is light compared to what we're going through in real life. What we're going through in real life is really real, and it's really detrimental to us. To us, by the numbers, we are being taken out of here. And it really stems from how we're being perceived. Period. It's nothing to it's nothing. Just like it's whatever a black man, it's nothing to kill a black woman. You know how many black women are missing and ain't nobody looking for them? But that, you know what, that's, I'm not gonna get into the second topic. I'm gonna leave that here. But if you agree, if you disagree, please put it in the comments. This video will have to definitely go on to YouTube, so make sure you click the link up above in my bio for the full video. I'll only put what is going to be able to be allowed, excuse me, on Instagram. Make sure you are looking out for the Hurt to You merch. I got a website coming. So yeah, so when it comes to black women, I can talk all day. I love us. I really do. I love us. And I don't want to, be the one to bash us too. I just want to bring us awareness that we can't, because I kind of see us doing that, where we play a victim, but yet we support the things that make us a victim, right? So like, we support the things that hurt us, but yet we're yelling and screaming, protect black women, and we don't understand why that falls on deaf ears, because we're not doing our part. If we're not helping ourselves, then no one's coming to help us. And we're not helping ourselves. We're not helping ourselves at all, really. If you really think about it, we're not helping ourselves. So anyways, that's it for Wednesday's Random. Like I said, topic, black women, are we to blame? Are we to blame? So thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and thank you for listening to another